Good morning. We welcome you to Quimper Unitarian Universalist Fellowship this morning. We know you come here for different reasons: to find community, to seek your spiritual and personal truths, to question, to nurture your heart and soul, to be nurtured, to question, to explore new ideas, to comfort, and perhaps to find answers to some of your bigger questions. We welcome you. We know you come from different places, different religions, different beliefs, different backgrounds. We hope you will find comfort, connection, challenge, and love here. We hope you will find ways to reach out to our congregation, to our local community, and to our world community. You are welcome here. Words by Marilyn Fokowski. My name is Larry Morrell, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees here at QUUF. As we gather, I acknowledge that the water, land, and shorelines here in Port Townsend are the traditional territories of the S'Klallam and Chimicum peoples and other native nations. We honor and acknowledge our indigenous members and neighbors and vow to help restore and sustain these homelands. If you're visiting today, I offer a special welcome and invite you to join us for refreshments and coffee and conversation in the Fellowship Hall, just out these doors and to your right. On your way to the Fellowship Hall and coffee, you will find a greeters table to your right there by the double doors. The newcomers table will have our greeters there who can answer any questions you might have and let you sign up for any committees that you might want to sign up for. Hey.
A little early.
We welcome you all this morning. You're all welcome here. We're glad you're here. And not to forget the people viewing online. We know there's a large community that view us online every week. Please greet each other in the chat box, say hello, and how are you doing this morning? You're welcome here. We hope you can join us during one of our many services and activities during these holiday seasons. We know that's very comforting to join others in community. The connection and warmth of others can be comforting and even healthy, especially in times of news of so much destruction and so many needless deaths in our world. All are welcome here. A couple of announcements. The 53rd wedding anniversary of Flossie and Bruce Bodie is celebrated with our flower arrangement this morning. Yay! There's Flossie and Bruce. Congratulations. 53 years ago is when I graduated from high school. Our holiday giving tree is also ready this year. Our tags are on the tree in the Fellowship Hall, as well as our online options that can be accessed through our Friday update. It comes out every week. Our guest minister, Denise Colley, reminded us that church is a verb. Opening our hearts to adults and children in our community is one way we can do church together. So let's do that. Now let us settle our minds, calm our hearts, be fully present as we chime our singing bowl.
Good morning. It's good to be together today. Our opening words are by my colleague Jane Malden. For our community gathered here, for the spirit that called us together and drew us to this place, you can say, we give thanks for this day. Y'all are awesome. For moments we have shared with each other, for times when we have reached out across barriers of distance and fear, for times when others have reached out to us, for moments when we have discovered another along our path. Thanks for this day. Y'all are really good. I'm liking this. For community, this community of celebration and growth, for introspection and solitude, for those moments of the peace that passes understanding. We give thanks for this day, for our gathering together out of distant places, for our weaving together out of our many separate selves in this hour of celebration and worship. We give thanks for this day. Please join me in our words for let us join with me for these. Do you see what I mean? She was nervous this morning, and I said, truly, honey, I do it more than anybody else. Join with me in our chalice lighting words as Kathy lights our chalice. Symbol of light and knowledge, symbol of warmth and freedom. We light this chalice as a symbol of our faith. Here we gather to celebrate hope and the infinite possibilities of love. Thank you. Our opening hymn is Where Do We Come From? It's in the teal hymnal if you want to follow along there, if you have one nearby. And no? Shoot. Thank you. Bless you. Hang on just a minute. No, we're not quite ready. Oh. They walked the music. Okay, in just a second. Professional, that's what we are here. As we settle into the colder days and longer nights and look forward to the return of light next month, we've come to that time in our fellowship when we light a new candle each Sunday until Christmas Eve. The flame of each candle reminds us that something is happening now, but something more is still to come. The light of these candles grows brighter and brighter each Sunday, guiding us toward deeper faith, increased hope, shared joy, and more love. I welcome Stella and Kestrel forward to light the first candle, the candle of faith.
We light this first candle for faith and for the choice to gather in community, and the stories that tell us who we are and who we might be, for the wisdom we receive and the insight that breaks upon us, and for all the things that guide us in living lives that fit our spirit.
How's it going? Oh, goodness sakes. Such a morning we're having. Try again. No? Let's see. How shall we do this? Oh, I'm just about to break it. Let's see. I think it is. Yeah, it's dry. Bo, my dear friend Bo, do you know where the oil is? Let's see if I can get it back out. You're doing a really great job. Just let me know. Okay, now I can't get it back out. Here we go. Community. Can I have a mic for a second? Community is a really important thing. It means that we work together to solve problems, right?
Yea, for the joys of imperfection.
Yay for the joys of imperfection. I'm not completely convinced this is going to light straight away, but let's give it a go. Because the oil has to absorb. Yay! Woo! Well done. Thank you all. Teamwork. That's what we're about here. So let's do some of that teamwork by singing together our opening song, Where Do We Come From? We're going to sing it in a round. And is someone describing that? Yay, go Doug.
We're going to sing it all the way through first, and then we'll round it. So we've got 4 parts.
Yeah.
We've got 4 leaders here. Where's our? We got one more leader. There we go. Okay, and the thing that's unusual about this is that we sing each line twice. So when Christina puts the words up on the board there, you'll see where do we come from, what are we, where are we going, and then we repeat that. Then we go on to the next line, where do we come from, we repeat that, and so forth. Where do we come from? And then mystery, mystery, life is a riddle of a mystery, and then, okay, so we're going to sing it all the way through, and then we're going to round it. Okay, so. Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? Where do we come from? Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. Where do we come from? Where are we going? Where do we come from? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going?
Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going?
Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. Mystery, mystery, Life is a riddle and a mystery. Where do we come from? Where are we going? Where do we come from? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where do we come from? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going?
Mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery.
Where do we come from? Where are we going? Where do we come from? Where are we going? Where do we come from? Where are we going?
It's time for the Time for All Ages. So I'd invite all y'all who want to come forward, smaller people, people who are children, people who are like children, people who like children, people who are childish. I'll take anyone who wants to come up. I'm very accepting like that. Hey. Hi. Yeah. Okay, that would be a good place. All right. Nice to see y'all. Oh. Come over here where you can see the book. You want to see this? Okay. It's a little more challenging to see the book from over there. So the story I have today is circles all around us. And I like to think of being in circles. Like you have a circle that's your family and maybe a circle that's your school and some other kinds of circles. Let's find out what they are, shall we? All right, here we go. We begin by drawing a circle on the ground along each shoe. Just a little circle right around yourself. A safe little place, just for one person. Nobody in this circle but you. You could keep that circle closed to everyone but yourself, but that would be like a library with just one book on the shelf. How boring would that be? Y'all want more books? Yeah. So let's draw a bigger circle for you and your family to share. Now you see what all can happen in a circle full of care. And you can see all the extra people that come into your life. It becomes a happier circle as more loved ones come to stay. And wouldn't it be even better if all your friends could come and play? That would be a better thing, wouldn't it? Look at that. That would be fun. So you stretch and draw your circle even bigger than it's been, and let a few more people know they're welcome to come in. In the circles all around us, everywhere that we all go, there's a difference we can make and a love we can all show. Look at that. Wow, that's a lot of ways to say hello, isn't it? Yet there are still so many outside the circle who are different in all they do. Though it feels slightly uncomfortable, we draw a bigger circle for them too. Yeah, isn't that awesome?
He can barely reach it.
He can barely reach it. Yeah, it's true. It doesn't mean the circle is easy. It can get harder the more we share. But wonderful things can happen when love is known and felt everywhere. And they're giving away friendship donuts. Do y'all see the donuts? Everybody gets donuts. You what? That's another circle. Amen. Can I get an amen? Thank you very much. As time passes, our eyes open. We see others we really care for. And that's when we ask ourselves, well, what's this circle really there for? So let us create bigger circles all around us for the rest of our days. Let our caring ripple out in a million little ways. In the circles all around us, everywhere that we go, there's a difference we can make and a love we can all show. Woo! As our circles grow and grow, and we watch them wonder-eyed, remember the first circle started with just the love you hold inside. And that's our story for today. So let's hold that love inside as much as we can. And I would invite the folks in the congregation to rise and form an arch as we sing our children out to their morning's classes.
Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Speaking of community, this fellowship is a community of ourselves. Its energy and resources are the collective energy and resources. Its wealth is what we share. When we contribute to the life of this fellowship, we affirm our lives within it. We pause at this time in our service for our collective generosity to receive the offering of the Winter Welcoming Center. In a moment, the ushers will come among you and to receive the offering, and additional ways will be posted on the website. But first, Julia Cochran will share some information about it. In your order of service, it says the Winter Warming Center, which is what I called it for the first year. It took me a year to learn that it's the Winter Welcoming Center. And we are, when Julia is finished, the offertory will be Let the Mystery Be by Iris Dement, played and sung by George Stanley.
Good morning. I am Julia Cochran, the volunteer executive director and founder of the Winter Welcoming Center. On November 16th, the Winter Welcoming Center's 6th year began. We saw 110 individuals last year with over 3,000 visits and expect this year to be more. We're averaging 20 people a day, which is amazing for just opening. We served 38 people on Thanksgiving. The city has once again given us use of the Pope Marine Building, and we are open daily, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 for the next 5 months, with extended hours due to weather conditions. The money we raise pays for staff, food, laundry vouchers, etc. We have 5 staff members, most of whom share a lived experience with those whom we serve. Last year, we gave out 554 laundry vouchers, and I'm currently raising money on Facebook so that we don't have to ration laundry vouchers, which is an equity issue with an environmental impact. Donations of clothing, hand warmers, tents, blankets, and many more items are distributed and collected in the hall of the Fellowship Hall. We accept single-serving food donations as well. Besides funds, I'm actively seeking people to be on our steering team as we look towards our future. We desperately need help with grant writing and strategic planning. Please help us continue to offer the unsheltered and sheltered a place to be during the days of winter. Thank you.
Oh, this is an Irish Dement song, and the last verse is mine. Okay. Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. But no one knows for certain, it's all the same to me. I choose to let the mystery be. Some say when you're gone forever. Some say you're gonna come back. Some say they rest in the arms of the Savior if in sinful ways they lack. Some say they're coming back in a garden as carrot and little pea. I choose to let the mystery be. Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. No one knows for certain, it's all the same to me. I think I'll let the mystery be. Some say they're going to a place called glory. I ain't saying it ain't a fact. Some tell me I'm on the road to fire and purgatory. I don't like the sound of that. I believe in love and people living free. I choose to let the mystery be. Some say we're gonna be going through cycles of rebirth, moving to perfection and enlightenment all around the earth. Some say their particles are gonna be recycling with the land and sea. But I choose to let the mystery. Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. No one knows for certain. No one knows for certain. No one knows for certain. Think I'll let the mystery be. Thanks.
Letting that mystery be. We set a time aside in our services to share our personal joys and sorrows. And we recognize that these are only a portion of the joys and sorrows of the larger community of life. So we're placing this first stone in gratitude for the ceasefire going on now in the Middle East, and for the release of some of the hostages. And we place it in the hope for ongoing efforts for peace to be successful. And within the congregation, we place a candle for Jane Williams, mother-in-law to Kathy Stevenson's son. Jane died this past Wednesday. And a candle of joy just celebrating again the 11 children we celebrated and dedicated ourselves to last week. May their lives be whole and holy and full of wonder. We place a final stone, holding in our hearts the joys and sorrows that we've shared here, and also thinking of such joys and sorrows among us that are unexpressed but of no less importance. Thank you, Kathy. Let's pause now for a few moments of quiet and reflection. We'll have some spoken words and then a time of stillness together. I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable. Maybe roll your shoulders back, take a deep breath, and let it out slowly. Let us conspire, friends. Breathe together. Conspire in these few moments of quiet. Slow down your mind. Come into the presence of each other. Come into the presence of what is most true and real and worthy. Allow your heart to open into this stillness. Open your life in all its wonder, in all its sorrow. Conspire. Know that around you are others who breathe with you, whose hearts open, who know laughter and tears, who are present to you as you are to them. Feel that breath between us all. Feel the breath of life that sustains us. Let us pause in stillness. So may it be. Amen.
Our first reading this morning is from How to Build Community, adapted from words by the Syracuse cultural workers. And some of you may remember them posted on a very long, thin poster that has been in Port Townsend in various places, maybe even in your homes, for many years. How to build community. Turn off your TV. Get out more. Know your neighbors. Greet people. Look up when you walk around and take out the earphones. Sit on your front wall or front step. Plant flowers. Use your library. Join a group or play games with them. Buy from small local shops. Share what you have, including your tools. Hear the story of elders and young children. Support neighborhood schools. Give even a little to a charity collection when you can. Fix it, even if you didn't break it. Pick up litter. Host potluck meals. Listen to the birds. Notice where they nest and feed. Ask questions gently. Pay someone a compliment. Organize a street party or a book group. Bake extra and share. Sing with others. Ask for help when you need it. Open your curtains and windows. Share your skills. Listen carefully. Learn people's names. Be slow to take offense. Seek to understand better. Learn from new and uncomfortable angles. Know that no one is silent, though many are not heard. Work to change this.
Thanks. Our second reading comes from my mentor and beloved late colleague, Robert Carnan. Our church and fellowship buildings and the moments we share within and outside them point to a sometimes wild and raging visionary courage in the face of all that would demean and destroy and pervert and estrange what is in our hearts. There is no more critical task for our lives than the courage to love and to be there honestly and fully for one another. Deep and good friendship and all the trust and serenity that come with it are transformative. Deep friendship makes a healthy life possible, even likely. It makes for peace and strength in the facing of the hardest issues. Doing what we can for what is right, just, and fair here where we live is the most powerful social justice force on earth. The quality of love and goodness we expose from our sometimes reluctant hearts will change the world. Our task is not to make more Unitarian Universalists or to make bigger congregations or to raise great gobs of money. Sorry, Robin. It is to heal and inspire, to open and remake, and thus change what is sorry into joy. It is why we gather in the spirit of love and justice. It is why I give my life in service to what can only be described as invisible and intangible, but which is also the most powerful force of all. Our all too human, sometimes faltering, sometimes complete, sometimes painful and sad, sometimes serene and laughing love that speaks, if anything at all does, with the voice of God. There ends our readings for today. Thank you. That was lovely. I'm going to give that back to you. There we go. So, many years ago, one bright Sunday morning, probably a few decades ago, I began my sermon with the question, why are we here? And this was greeted by an outburst of laughter that was, I have to tell you, a bit perplexing. But I carried on with the sermon, and everything went fine. I forgot about it until a few days later, when I had just gotten my cart in the grocery store and was absently whistling the hymn tune from a hymn we had sung on Sunday, when someone else started whistling along with me. A woman around my age approached me and said hello. She introduced herself and noted that she and several friends had been in church on Sunday. We're the ones who were laughing at the back of the service on that morning, she said. My confusion must have been evident on my face, so she continued. See, we met up in the parking lot to go hiking nearby, and then feeling a little guilty for taking up parking spaces, we decided that we should come in and hear the service before we went on our hike. Well, it was becoming clear what had happened. Uncertain, she said, about the choice. We had been dithering about staying or going, but the music started and we felt trapped. Then you asked the question that was on all of our minds, why are we here? I don't remember the content of that sermon at all. Likely it was something not unlike what you're going to hear today, given the ministerial truth that I learned long ago, that most of us only have one sermon and we find lots of different ways to tell you about it. Apparently, one of the questions that I need to answer repeatedly is, why are we here? There are also, as also must be apparent, more answers to that question than there are people here, right? We come for all sorts of reasons, some of them multiple. For example, I'll tell you that many of my colleagues right now are preaching on the epidemic of loneliness that we're experiencing. You may know that the Surgeon General released a report, a study in May, that found that nearly half of American adults, I find this stunning, are experiencing loneliness and isolation. In addition to the mental health consequences of isolation, you know what they are: increased likelihood of depression and related conditions. There's also a significant physical impact that surprised me. Quoting from the report, the physical health consequences of poor or insufficient connection include a 29% increased risk of heart disease, a 32% increased risk of stroke, and a 50% increased risk of developing dementia for older adults. Additionally, lacking social connection increases the risk of premature death by more than 60%. That's stunning. The study notes also that the health risk of long-term loneliness and isolation is similar to that of smoking cigarettes daily. Human beings need community and connection. We're here because we do need one another. The touch of hands, faces that brighten when we see each other, the delight of laughter together, the necessity of being upheld in the presence of loss and grief, the plain goodness of human companionship. It is for this and more that brings us here, online or in person, however we manage to get here. And there's more, too. You know, as individuals, we can only do so much. To accomplish the things that need to be accomplished in this world takes others. Theologian Rebecca Parker reminds us that we can use our power in all sorts of ways and suggests that we use our power to bless the world. That choice to use our power to bless the world, she says, will draw you into community, the endeavor shared, the heritage passed on, the companionship of struggle, the importance of keeping faith, the life of ritual and praise, the comfort of human friendship, the company of earth, the chorus of life welcoming you. None of us alone can save the world. Together, she tells us, that is another possibility waiting. Now, a brief aside. In the animated film, The Incredibles, y'all know this film? Some of you with children know this one. Mr. Incredible is being interviewed at one point and goes on a little rant. He says, no matter how many times you save the world, it always manages to get back in jeopardy. Sometimes I just want it to stay saved. I feel like the maid. Can't you keep it clean for 10 minutes? Anybody? Right? Yet we know that the world doesn't ever stay saved, not ever. And we also know that as we are able to pull together, we can make a difference. Maybe not overall, but in small places. We can save that small part of the world near us in a warming, welcoming center, perhaps. That can make a difference. We can contribute to saving the larger whole as well, in whatever small ways we can. The choice to bless the world, Rebecca tells us, will draw us into community, and in community, we can live into the always flawed and incomplete work of saving the world as best we can. We're here because we need one another. Human beings aren't meant to be solitary. We have evolved to be creatures who require cooperation and collaboration. We require the care of community and connection. We're here because when we join together, we can do much more than any one of us can do alone. Because when we are together, we can accomplish work that goes wider and deeper than we can do by ourselves. And here's the final point of all this. When I ask, what are we here for? It is for all of this. And there's one more piece I want to add. My beloved colleague, John Wolfe, was known for saying that the most important reason to be a part of a congregation, of a church, of a fellowship, the most important reason to be a member was to support it. And there's little other, And there's little other than a potluck meal for 40 people that exemplifies the support that makes that happen. Let me give you the direct example. In late October, Janelle, our office manager, administrator, noted to me that there was no one who shall I try that again? Noted to me that there was no one who had signed up to host the Thanksgiving meal. I made a quick call to my husband and then let her know that we would be glad to host it. Now, I wasn't really sure what it entailed, and that made me a little bit nervous, but I felt confident that whatever it meant, it would work out just fine. Last Sunday, before we left, Peter and I counted the number of people, looked at the list of what would be brought by the people who signed up, and thought it would be a lovely time for 20 of us or so. And there would be enough of whatever we needed to make it a lovely time, right? On Friday, before Friday, we bulked up on our planned contributions to make sure there'd be enough pie and cranberry chutney, my favorite Thanksgiving thing. Anyhow, on Friday, I heard that there would be actually 40 people, and that the contributions had increased similarly. Janelle and David and likely a few other folks set up tables and put the tablecloths on. They counted plates and arranged the room and left us some notes about the process. When Peter and I arrived here around 1 on Thursday, work was well underway, getting everything ready. One after another, people arrived to help set up, carve turkeys, fill the table with rolls and bread and stuffing and mashed potatoes and gravy and pies and wine. Well, the list goes on and on of what arrived. People talked and laughed and milled around, and the fellowship hall was just full and loud with people's voices. I led everyone in singing a grace, and we dove into a most splendid feast. There was not a single thing that wasn't utterly delicious. Did y'all have that Thanksgiving too, I hope? Everything good. By 4 o'clock, people had begun to drift out, and a mostly new crew of people were suddenly at work cleaning up and putting away and running the dishwasher and collecting laundry. I was told that I could leave, that the crew had the cleanup fully in hand. I gave someone who needed it a ride home and went home myself. And that's a brilliant example of what I mean. We're here to support the mission and vision of the fellowship, to offer it what we can to make things happen, to make it real in the world, however we can do that. On Thursday, there was a wide and warm welcome to all of those who arrived, and piece by piece, people brought what they could. Their very best baking, a bottle of wine, the family recipe for cranberry sauce, a beautifully roasted and still warm turkey. And then they all helped out, making sure that everyone had a name tag or found a place to sit or tasted that delicious praline sauce to make sure that it was tasty enough to be consumed. I'll just note, I made the delicious praline sauce. It was fabulous. Offering rides, creating hospitality, listening, being there, feeding each other. Why are we here? I'll leave you with Bob Carnan's words to answer that question better than any I have found. We are here so that the quality of love and goodness that we expose from our sometimes reluctant hearts can change the world. Our task is not to make more UUs or make bigger congregations or to raise great gobs of money. It is to heal and inspire, to open and remake, and thus change what is sorry into joy. It is why we gather in the spirit of love and justice. It is why we can give our lives in service to what can be described as invisible and intangible, but which is the most powerful force of all, our all too human, sometimes faltering, sometimes complete, sometimes painful and sad, sometimes serene and loving, laughing love that speaks, if anything at all does, with the voice of God. May it be so, my friends. Amen. Deep breath. We're going to sing again. I'm going to lead you. It's possible that this will go well. It's possible that it won't. But we'll discover it together, yes? Is this true? So we're going to sing "Oh, We Give Thanks." Now, some of you may have sung this. It's in our teal hymnal. But the way they play it in the hymnal is like very flowing. It's nice. But I like it upbeat. And that's how I first learned it. So we're going to start by clapping. All right? Then I'm going to sing a line. You're going to sing it back to me. I'll sing another line. You sing it back to me. I'll sing another line, blah, blah, blah. We'll keep going. We're going to sing that through a couple of times. The first time, we're going to do the echo thing. The second time, you can join me on the first time. You can echo it, whatever you want to do. Keep going. All right, you ready? Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for the time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. All together if you want. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. We're gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, now give thanks. Now some new words for this precious day. Let's try these. Oh, we give thanks for this fellowship. Whether near or far, we are blessed by it. For the bonds we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this fellowship. One more time. Oh, we give thanks for this fellowship. Whether far or near, we are blessed by it. For the bonds we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this fellowship. Our closing words are by Rebecca Parker. She says, "The choice to love will draw you into community, the endeavor shared, the heritage passed on, the companionship of struggle, the importance of keeping faith, the life of ritual and praise, the comfort of human friendship, the company of earth, the chorus of life welcoming you. None of us alone can save the world. Together, that is another possibility waiting." Let's join in our words to extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, the fire of community, the power of transformation. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Okay? Yeah. Thank you.